Hello everyone and welcome to Games, Comics and Crafts.
In this video, I'll be looking at Void Rivals issue 12. Okay, so this is Void Rivals issue 12. We start off with the two leaders of the two factions basically having a meeting. The one guy explaining that he's let the people go, and the other guy explaining basically that it's up to him to kind of tidy up the problems. He's obviously he's the father of the escapee, and he's not happy. The other guy, because he's been kind of put down and basically blamed for everything going wrong. And then we cut back to the kind of the edges of the civilization on the edge of the ring. And it turns out that the kid there that betrayed everybody is kind of gone into hiding, and he stumbles across our death-dealing guy that we saw obviously fighting Springer and Proximus. Yeah, and they kind of decide to head to go. Now, unless I was thinking that's uh, the lass's brother, I think. So that's not going to pay off very well in the future. And we're going back to the little hideout. We've now decided that it's time to separate. She's going to go off and find out apparently about this vision of Zerta she's found in the when she was unconscious or dying. And he is apparently going to go back to his people and give him the same information that was given to the other lot last time about the being Energon batteries effectively and kind of stopping people from starving. Um, Then we come back to the bounty hunter. Again, it's kind of stuff going on. He's escaping the thing and his cars and stuff like that. And he kind of just gets fed up with it and just goes, "Oh, what's the point?" Um, Still don't know what these sections are for, but okay, maybe it'll come off at some point. Yeah, it's quite. Again, we're seeing these other alien races in the Energon Universe. That's okay. Um, so Springer basically says, "Right, if I'm going with you, we need to get going." There you go. Thank you. So Solar is about to leave to go and look for a search result, and he hands her out the Handroid because apparently he's got Springer on his side, so he doesn't need the Handroid anymore. Even though the Handroid is very, very adamant that it should not be given to the enemy. Um, so he's kind of defenseless now in that respect. Now, this is the interesting part. They clink heads together, and there is some kind of disturbance. Something happens. I don't know if I assume this is the planetary ring that's around the sister planet, and some kind of spiraling energy kind of spirals off, and some dark creature out in the void is disturbed, and his eyes light up, and once they separate, his eyes close back down. Now, first thoughts for me would be yes, it's Unicron. Green eyes. Didn't Unicorn have green eyes in the movie? But obviously we've got no kind of little Saturn's rings style with the ray going on here. So whether or not it is or not, I don't know. Whether I think it's probably just something. It looks like that looks like his foot. So maybe it is, maybe it isn't. It looks like he's kind of like um kind of crouched together. So is a possibility. Maybe this is pre-planetoid Unicron. Who knows? But something out there is waiting to kind of come down on Zerta when the unification happens, because apparently if obviously that's going to inspire them to possibly try it, that's going to awaken this thing up again. So interesting enough. Maybe it detects the energy of Zerta in the planet, which is what I suspected last time, that the actual Zertanian planet is another unicorn-like being. Who knows? Um, so yeah, so that's kind of the issue this time around. Next issue we got issue 13, which is when Cobra apparently show up, or the people from Cobra La, so they're going to cause a bit of problems. Um, which is great because again, I like the way they're going to tie this together. This is very, very cool. Um, Scarlet 4, Transformers 12 is going to be really good. Destro 4, unfortunately, my Destro 3 has been held up, so I might end up actually getting Destro 4 before I get Destro 3, or at least in the same week, which would be quite annoying. But that's the way it goes, so they'll probably be reviewed at the same time. Yeah, it's, again, Void Rivals continues to be decent. Again, if it was, even if it wasn't a Transformers book, even if it was just some generic sci-fi book, this is a good book. with the little links to Transformers lore and all the other stuff, it just makes it better. So very, very happy with this one. I mean, it's Robert Kirkman, so I mean, uh, it's not surprising. It's good. Um, and whether or not he's got, long-term plans for this, like he did for Invincible, who knows? Um, I can see this going for a long while. I mean, we've got a situation at the moment where I hope it isn't Unicron because we don't want to see Unicron within the first 5 minutes. I hope that the thing Transformers with Cybertron coming through the portal doesn't happen because we don't want to see that in the first 10 minutes. We don't want to see, you know, G.I. Joe be devastated or Cobra be devastated. We want to see, there's some kind of longevity. I mean, the original Cobra books kind of lasted ages, and there was obviously progress and setbacks and all this kind of stuff as well. But you don't bring Unicron out on your first, on the first week or first 12 issues. That's just crazy. You want to build up. You want to kind of see this thing kind of slowly progress. So hopefully it's something different, or hopefully it's not something that's going to come immediately to fruition straight away. Um, but yeah, again, decent books, good as always. So yeah, there you go. So that's pretty much what I'm going to say about this one for now. So thank you for listening, and hopefully I will see you on another video very, very soon. Thanks very much. Bye bye.